phone, stop pounding!
Even between releases, Mario Party dominates the party game genre. The characters just lend themselves naturally to a world of creativity and hijinks. Now, if you were to ask me a few months ago if Demon Slayer could also exist in a zany setting, I wouldn't have believed you. However, Demon Slayer Sweep the Board doesn't care what I think and is here to provide a family-friendly and fun experience in the Demon Slayer universe. Still, I feel like that universe isn't fully explored across the list of minigames.
Here it comes!
Demon Slayer Sweep the Board is a party game with support of up to 4 players. There is local and online modes to play, so you don't have to be alone while fighting demons at night. Still, it's possible to play solo or add CPU partners, but I've never trusted CPU partners in a party game before, and I'm not starting now. When beginning a game, you can choose the number of rounds you want to play, the board you want to play on, and your character. I would suggest adding 15 or more rounds if you want to explore everything this game has to offer. You begin each game with a goal. This is just a random spot on the map that you don't actually have to land exactly on, so that removes some level of challenge right away. Much of the early game is spent triggering events and trying to increase your early funds for items. However, with friends the experience is much different. The rounds move more quickly, and at the end of each round there is a minigame which we'll get into later. In terms of progressing in the board game aspect, once you reach the goal you're rewarded points, and the day turns to night. Demons then appear on the map, with some spaces being attack spots that can really hurt any lead that you may have if you land on them. Now, once a player reaches the demon spot, you spin a spinner to determine if you'll fight the demon or just earn points. I didn't understand this particular spinner because it doesn't seem to accept input from the player, so it's just a random thing if you fight a demon or not. While points are nice, fighting the demon as a group is very fun. You're basically playing through QuickTime events to cause damage to the enemy. This can be done using the Joy-Con motion controls, but it's easier to just press the action button or directional input. Once the demon is defeated, it's daytime again, and you can make your way to a new goal. In later rounds, random events pop up that allow you to move around the board quicker or take shortcuts. It's all pretty haphazard in execution, but it allows players in last place to catch up if they want to. Further, allies can join you, which allows you to use their specific dies or provide you with random items. The items in this game are pretty mean. I mean that in a way that you know your friends might hate you at the end. Items that add to your dice rolls, switch you with another player, or bring all the players to you are easily obtained, causing for some chaotic rounds and instilling into players that no one is safe. So I've covered the more unique elements of Demon Slayer Sweep the Board, but like any party game, the fun lies in the minigames. There are quite a few minigames to play here, but the enjoyment may vary. Games like fishing, a shooting gallery, memory, and knocking out opponents using a spinner don't really scream Demon Slayer to me. The better minigames allow you to run and jump over hazards, or do an event semi-related to the anime, but that's not all of them. It just feels like a few of these minigames lack creativity, even in a world like Demon Slayer, which allows for some creative freedom. Other than that, you can replay the minigames that you've played from the main menu, which only adds to elements of the game that you can unlock over time. If you're playing online, stamps can be used to communicate with other players, but this is also fun in local play situations. More stamps can be collected as you play, and you can even unlock new cosmetics through a gacha minigame. It's also possible to purchase tickets using in-game funds and choose your prize if you want. There aren't a lot of unlockables, but I think there's enough packed into the gameplay loop that provides plenty of party game fun for families wanting to connect to their kids' interests. On that note, I will say this is a great family game. There are some scary elements when fighting the demons, but it plays it pretty safe. Graphically, Demon Slayer Sweep the Board's onboard character models look really out of focus. The CGs and illustrations show up crisply. I wish that the character models were a little sharper because on the big screen the faces kind of lose definition. One thing I enjoyed about the overall board design was the stage gimmicks that allow you to navigate the board quicker for a price. Stuff like this better defines each board for replayability and unique elements. The RNG nature of which demon you are fighting against is also a nice touch to delivering surprises each time you play. Demon Slayer Sweep the Board delivers a family-friendly Demon Slayer experience, but I feel like it could have leaned more into the Demon Slayer IP in terms of offering unique party games that could only exist in this world. The fight against the demons are great and provide a semi-cooperative layer to the package, but minigames are where the fun is supposed to lie. Further, I do not trust the CPU opponents in this game, but you can also control their difficulty if you want. In the end, playing with others delivers the best experience, and I will likely be bringing this game out anytime I want to introduce Demon Slayer to my normie friends, or prove to their kids that I like cool anime. Noisy Pixels giving Demon Slayer Sweep the Board a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixels run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.